Hey sunshines. So welcome back to Tip Talks 22. I haven't been on video in a while, but that's just me listening to my guides and what they are telling me to do and when, right? But I wanted to come on because I've been seeing something in the tarot community quite a bit that I'm taking note of, and I wasn't gonna make this message, right, but Spirit told me to go ahead and create this video because I was just like observing and taking note of it, right? But Spirit told me to say it, so that's what we gonna do. Um, First, let me start by saying, right, we are one. The universal law of oneness says that we are one. So what I go through is often what the collective goes through. So oftentimes, especially as readers, when we are doing readings, even when we're tapped into other people's energy, there can be like some type of resonance with what it is that we're reading for the other person with ourselves, our lives, either currently or in the past, right? So it's like some type of familiarity in what it is that we're reading. Oftentimes, we get messages. We're guided to share the message with the collective, right? Where I ask my guides, is that for me or is it for the collective? And they're like, yes, both, right? And sometimes it's like, no, this is not your situation, but this is the message that we're guiding you to give, right? But there is a need to recognize when the message that you're giving to the public or the collective is also a message that is intended for you. I have seen so many readers saying things like you should take a break or you should slow down, right? And they are just pumping out readings, pumping out readings, pumping out readings. And then you see them, they look to me, as a person that reads people's energies, they look physically exhausted. They look worn down. Or some of them even make statements like, I know I've been needing to take a break, right? But I had to give you this message. Recognize the difference between what Spirit is telling you and what your ego is guiding you to do, right? Understand that you want to be there for your collective. You want to be, in a position of service, and that's fine. But being a light worker does not require you to be also a martyr. Because if you're not in your best energy, then you're not going to be good for anyone else. I was trying to watch a reader today, sick, exhausted, everything, right? And just based on the title, I didn't even watch the video. But energy is everything. And I'm not meaning your physical appearance, because y'all know I get on here in my bandana when I need to, right? But I'm saying your energy, your vibration, all of that matters, right? And not only can it affect the accuracy of your reading, but it can also skew your judgment or your perspective, your own intuition, right? When you are not in the highest vibrational energy. But then when you tell yourself, oh, they need me, first of all, don't nobody need you more than you, okay? Like, period. So and it doesn't, how do I want to say this? You don't get brownie points for working yourself to exhaustion, right? Like Spirit has been telling me to fall back, to take a break. And I know that there's a purpose in it. It's not because I was exhausted, because I wasn't. I know that there are some things going on behind the scenes, and I'm not even getting into that because that's for me, right? It may be for you as well, but I'm not feeling guided to share it. And so I took a step back because out of obedience, right? But I could have been like, well, I'm gonna lose my followers, or they need to see this or that. No, 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 no. When you are divinely connected and you have this faith and trust, the people that are for you are going to be there for you as they are supposed to, right? The people that you lose while you are listening to your own intuition and your own guidance are likely people that weren't supposed to be there in the first place. So if you're in a space of trusting the divine, trusting God, and trusting source, the universe, whatever it is you want to call it, right? You have to trust your divine guidance over anything. That means even over your ego. Your ego creates the fear that, oh, I'm going to lose these people. Or your ego creates this thought that, oh, they won't be able to function if I don't, right? Or they need me to get, no. Spirit will use someone else to give them the message, first of all, that they need. Or Spirit will strengthen their intuition where they are like, okay, I can make it through without Tiffany giving me this message, right? Or I can make it through without getting this tarot reading from this tarot reader today, right? Because I'm trusting my own intuition and I'm connected on my own. A lot of readers, now this is just true, a lot of readers, especially on YouTube, are moving to a space of where the motivation is obscured by success, right? And when I say that, I mean when you're doing what you do and it's not out of service or out of a love for people or wanting to help, and your motivation changes, your motivation or your motives. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to pause because I was rudely interrupted. Anyway, but when your motive or your motivation changes, where it's like, oh, I gotta have this, or I have to meet this algorithm, or I have to, like, yeah, then your purpose is kind of being clouded, okay, and you're being kind of led by the ego over the spirit of what it is you're supposed to do. So if you are feeling like, oh, I gotta do this reading, but you're halfway asleep on your deathbed or can't function, right? Trust me when I tell you that's ego, right? Because Spirit is not going to have you do something that you just really don't have the physical capacity to do, okay? Now, humans, viewers, in our human energy are going to be like, oh, that's so nice of you to put yourself out there to give us this message, even though you're not feeling well. Yeah, I mean, it looks good and it sounds good. However, I'm trying to tell you, I'm not going to do nothing, period, that I wouldn't advise or expect you to do, right? So I'm not going to ever tell you to work yourself to the bone or work yourself to a point of exhaustion because it's going to benefit me, right? You have to be willing to do what is best for you. So as a light worker, I just wanted you guys to be aware of that and the difference. Don't be afraid to heed the message that you get. I do feel like there is a such thing, right, as spiritual rank, and we all have different goals, etc., and different purposes and different missions. However, yeah, just be mindful of when that ego starts to creep in. All right, if you are constantly, say for a week, advising your collective to slow down or to take a break, ask yourself, why am I not slowing down? It's likely something you're supposed to do, you're just choosing not to. I guess I took the long way in that. I've seen so many angel numbers, y'all, but I ain't calling them out. I hope you guys have been wonderful. I have been really good. And right now, I'm going to go and cook for my family because that's what I want to do. All right? And then I'll be back with you guys later on. I posted a short today, though, so check it out. See you soon.